I got you. That's not so bad. Yeah, after 4 or 5 hours of driving, I definitely get tired of it, but a couple of hours isn't so bad there, so there you go. Kelly, I don't think I ever asked you, what do you do for a living?
I'm an audiologist, if you know what that is.
Oh yeah, right on. I got you. That's cool. That's a good career there. So yeah, I've been fortunate enough not to need one, but yeah, that's a cool job there. I have several friends who have to go see the audiologist regularly.
I used to fit hearing aids and stuff, but now I'm kind of into the, which is what I wanted to do anyway. I do a lot of our balance testing and people that are dizzy and things like that, so I don't do a lot of the hearing aid stuff anymore. I still do some stuff in our lab, doing hearing aid repairs and stuff. That's kind of fun. So, you get to tinker with stuff, figure out how to fix it. So that's always fun. That's typical ham for you, so I always want to tinker with something, fix it or break it, one of the two. So, but now I do a lot of dizzy testing and electrophysiology stuff. It's kind of fun, and I don't see as many patients that week. We're hearing tests, you're seeing like one every 30 minutes. Some of these tests I do take like an hour, so that's a lot simpler, so I think. And I kind of like it, and I don't have to be trying to sell hearing aids to people, so it makes it pretty fun. All right. I'm hoping that our lack of rain doesn't turn into summer. It seems to have been a common thing the last couple of years.
Yeah, I saw here it's going to warm up. It's going to be in the 70s tomorrow, and then I think the 80s the day after that. So summer might be here. You know what they say, Memorial Day is the unofficial start of summer. So there you go. But anyhow, Kelly, I've got to run down the hall here before the pre-show starts. So I'm going to say 73 to you for now. It's good to catch up with you. We'll have to do it again there sometime. But this is KD8EPC. I'm going to say 73, and I'll be clear there on your final.
All right, KD8EPC, have a good evening. I'll probably hear on the net here, and I'm going to get back off of here because let Josh and them do their thing when it gets time here. All right, KC0, LRM clear.
Dustin, real quick, KC3SEG, have a good night, good hearing you.
KC3SEG, KD8EPC, good to hear you out there, Greg. Make sure you give Teddy some ear scratches for me, and I'd love to catch up with you too one of these days here. It's been quite a while since we've had a chat outside of net time. But I am on my way down the hall there, and I'd love to catch up with you sometime there, Greg. But I'll say 73, KD8EPC is going to be clear for the moment.
Okay, Justin, you take care. It's always good hearing you there, buddy. KC3SEG, we'll be clear and standing by for the net.
This is W8HRF. Anybody out there able to give me a mic check?
K0KDW is sounding good, Josh.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, Brad. I tricked you. I just got you on the list. Hope you're doing well. All right, we got about 50 seconds here until the announcement for the BeaconNet, and we'll get the pre-show rolling. So all please stand by. This is W8HRF standing by.
You're welcome. K0KDW will be standing by.
Crawfish said there'd be plenty of it. I said all you got to do is just go to the ditches and throw your bait in. They'll be swimming around and catch you. Don't even have to dip into the holes.
The BeaconNet, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
QST. Welcome to the BeaconNet pre-show. I feel so bad. There were a couple of guys talking on a system that just linked up. I do apologize for that, guys. Oh, man. It's Wednesday night, which means it's time for the BeaconNet. Sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association right here on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown. Frequency is 147, mark 390, with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114, mark 8. We light up the nighttime airwaves every Sunday and Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Tulsa Time. This is the pre-show. I'm here to take early check-ins and in-and-outs. I line them up, and at the top of the hour, Lucy, K8YUK, is going to knock them down. This is a controlled net, and we ask that all traffic pass through net control. Your net control operator tonight is Whiskey 8 Hotel Romeo Foxtrot. I was getting out. I still don't know if I'm getting out. Hold on just a second. Let me let it drop.
Brace.
All right, we're making it through. Anyways, as is tradition, we're going to check in with the BeaconNet crew here before we get this party started. Nick calls it the Mickey Mouse roll call. Let's see. First on the list is KD80PC. How's it going, Dustin? Let's see how your radio's sounding. This is W8HRF.
W8HRF and the BeaconNet pre-show. Well, good evening to you, Josh and Lucy and everybody else out there. We're doing good. Hopefully our radio is working. You're sounding all right there, just fine, and we'll be kind of hanging around. So we'll try our best to be here when it comes back around to us for trivia. With that, this is KD80PC, back to pre-net control.
Fine business, Dustin. We got you sticking around. You got no responsibilities, so enjoy the evening. Play some radio. Let's see. Brings us down to Nick, KD8SLG. How's it going, Nick? You sticking around tonight?
W8WKY.
W8HRF, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Josh and all the Beacon netizens. Oh, Josh, ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lies. How's that? I'm going to be in and out tonight. I'm watching the dashboard a little bit and taking care of business there. I'll try linking Texas back up in a few minutes and see if they're done out there. Good to hear you, man. T-shirts are for sale for field day. T-shirt sales are up. That's my announcement for early on. There you go, man. I'm here. KD8 SLG, back to net control.
All right, thank you, Nick. We appreciate you keeping an eye on things. I was doing a few too many things at once and couldn't keep an eye on the dashboard like I wanted to. So, I think we got 30 days until field day. Fine business on the T-shirts. Let's take a look at those. And I think I heard you're running the barometer net in the morning. I think that's true. I think Gary's out of town. So hopefully we'll hear you in the morning. So going to clear with KD8 SLG, who's keeping an eye on things. Thank you, sir. And brings us down to KD8 QKO. How's it going, Nick at night? You have no responsibilities whatsoever. What's up?
KD8 QKO. Hello, Josh. Hello, Lucy. Hello, everybody on the net. You're right. I don't have any responsibilities. Though I do have responsibilities, just not here. Anyway, yeah, I'll be sticking around. I'll be something. I'll either be at my desk here listening, or I'll switch over to EchoLink or whatever. So I'll be around for the net, and that's it. With that, I'll pass it back to you, KD8 QKO.
KD8 QKO, W8HRF. Responsibilities elsewhere. I understand that. We got you sticking around, Nick. Good to hear you. And it sounds like you got all the whatever was going on with the station sorted out. It sounds good. So, going to clear with KD8 QKO for now. Brings us down to KD8 VZA. How's it going, Eric? How's your Wednesday going? And sticking around for tonight's big show?
W8HRF in the group, KD8 VZA here. Wednesday's going pretty well. It's almost over, but it went well, and I hope yours is as well. And thanks for running the pre-net tonight. And yes, I'll be sticking around. So back to you, Josh, KD8 VZA.
KD8 VZA, W8HRF. All right, Eric. We got you sticking around, and I am fiddling around with my columns here, and it's a bad time to be doing that. There's a lot of people in the blue screen here. A lot of monitors. I don't even have half of them on the list. We'll just make them check in like regular. Got you sticking around, Eric. Good to hear you. Okay. Here's how this is going to work. I want to remind everybody this is a linked system, so please key up for a few seconds before you start talking, and then hang on for a second or two afterwards. We do want to hear everything that you have to say. We're going to take a couple of rounds of check-ins, and then we're going to work the list and see who's sticking around and who's not for trivia at the top of the hour. All right, on the list so far, I have KC0LRM Kelly out there in Tulsa. I don't know why my preferred name. I got to figure out why my preferred name column never saves anything. But KA0KDW Brad out there in Missouri, W3ETB Eddie out in Annapolis, Maryland, K5CFY Mr. Ray in his customary number 10th spot, KC3SEG Greg down in Panama City, Florida, K8QFT in the thriving metropolis of Medina, and KF8G Brian out in Norton. That's who I have on the list so far. If you haven't heard your name called and would like to get onto the list, please give me a call with your call sign phonetically and then alphabetically, along with your name and location. Please call now.
Kilo Delta 5, Alpha Foxtrot Sierra, KD5 AFS, Grand, Oklahoma. In and out, please.
Alpha India 5, Quebec AI 5Q, Jerison, Tulsa.
Alpha Bravo 8 Mike Oscar EB8MO India Dewberry.
Echo 8 Tango Quebec Romeo, KE8TQR, Keith in Uniontown, Ohio. I'll be in and out tonight. Have a great net, 7-3.
This is Kilo Charlie 9 Quebec Hotel Whiskey KC9 QHW Gino, currently in Harker Heights. I'm just in and out. You guys have a good net.
All right, let me pick it up there. That time we picked up, I believe it was N8YMY, but the signal was very broken. I actually didn't catch anything other than the Y, and I kind of guessed. I think you're a net logger. So we're going to confirm that in a minute. But KD5 AFS, Grant out in Oklahoma. Thanks for stopping by, Grant. We got you in and out. We do appreciate it. Hope you're having a wonderful Wednesday. Let's see, AI5Q. Hey, Jairus out there in Tulsa. Got you on the list, Jairus. Let's see, WB4AIZ, Chuck is in the blue screen. I pulled him off there, and we're going to check with him first to see if he sticks around. He's normally kind of, maybe, sometimes he sticks around, sometimes not. AB8MO, Andy out there in Burton, beautiful Burton, Ohio. K8QR, oh boy, K8TQR, Keith in Uniontown. Got you in and out. Keith, thank you for stopping by. And I also pulled off the blue screen KI5TAQ, Taco Tim. And we got KC9QHW, Eugene in Texas, in and out. Thank you for stopping by, sir. Anybody else who would like to check in or anybody that I missed, please call now.
Kilo Charlie 5, this is India, in and out today. Ray, Tulsa.
Lima Victor, KJ5, CLD. Bobby, Sand Springs.
This is AI5WO, AI5WO, Dave Belton.
All right, I'm going to grab it there. So we picked up that time. I pulled the K4OG Mark off the blue screen. There was a Kilo Charlie 5, and I missed your suffix. I'll come back to you in just a second. I think there was also a Kilo Juliet 5, and I wasn't sure if it was Tango Oscar Delta. That was not resolving. I'll come back to you in a minute as well. And Alpha India 5, Whiskey Oscar Dave down there in Texas. Got you in there. Okay, so Kilo 5, I think it was something India. Could you come back with your call again?
Yes, sir. It's Kilo Charlie 5, Whiskey Sierra India. It's Ray in Tulsa, and we are just in and out tonight listening. Thank you, sir. Running the net.
All right, fine business, Ray. We got two Rays out there in Tulsa tonight. Fine business. We got you in and out. Thanks for stopping by. That was KC5WSI, and there was also, I think, a Kilo Juliet 5 Tango Oscar Delta, but that is not resolving for me. If your call sign is close to that, could you come back and give it to me again? Go ahead.
W8WKY.
This is Kilo Juliet 5, Charlie Lima Victor, KJ5, CLC, Bobby, Sand Springs.
Wow, all right. I don't know where I got Tango Oscar Delta, but we got Charlie Lima Victor, KJ5 CLV.
ultimate decision tonight, and that is, what is my snack of the night going to be? I have the grocery store bakery called Gourmet Chocolate Chip Muffin. I have lemon poppy seed muffin, or I have a strawberry cheese Danish. Your choice. The ultimate decision. Back over to you, Josh.
All right, Brad. Well, I had Google generate a random number between 1 and 3, and the answer is 3. So I guess the last one, I think you said a cheesecake. So got you sticking around, Brad. Good to hear you. Going to clear with KA0KDW brings us down to W3ETB Eddie out in Annapolis, Maryland. How's it going, Eddie? And are you sticking around for trivia?
Yeah, hi, Josh. Yeah, I'm sticking around, and I'm actually trying to keep up with all the comments that are in the blue screen. Things go pretty fast there at times. We'll catch you later, and talk to you later on W3ETB back to net. I'll be here.
All right, W3ETB, W8HRF. We got you in there. Eddie is sticking around, and I'm pretty behind on the blue screen myself. I think the last message I read was at 1:35 UTC, so I'm about 10 minutes behind. Gonna clear with W3ETB, who's sticking around, brings us down to K5 CFY, Mr. Ray out in Oklahoma. How's it going, Ray? And are you sticking around for the big show?
Whiskey 8, Hotel, Romeo Foxtrot, in the net. This is K5 CFY. Yes, sir. Great job on the pre-net there, Josh. Appreciate you doing that. And wave a hand there at your net logger there. He's doing a great job, too. Anyway, I'll get off here and let you get on down the road. We'll definitely hanging around. K5 CFY.
K5 CFY, W8HRF. All right, Ray, good to hear you. We got you sticking around. We do appreciate that. Going to re-identify quick. This is W8HRF Josh here in Akron, Ohio, doing the pre-show for the BeaconNet, running through our list of pre-checks to see who's sticking around and who's not. We're going to start with the main net at the top of the hour. And we'll have some trivia. Brings us down to KC3SEG Greg down in Panama City, Florida. How's it going, Greg? And are you sticking around for trivia?
Hey, Josh, good evening to you and Lucy, everyone else out there. Now, I'm in and out. Check me in and out of here. Do have a quick question for you. The barometer in the mornings, is that on that same Allstar Node as this is on right now? You could answer it. I'd really appreciate it. I want to check in. It's been a while since I checked into the barometer net. Everyone have a great evening. This is Greg down here in Panama City Beach, Florida. Kilo Charlie 3 Sierra Echo Golf. And good evening to you, Eddie. Back to net control.
KC3 SEG W8HRF. All right, Greg, got you as in and out. And yes, the barometer net is on the 48496 node that you are connected to. You can see on the dashboard there. But it will be on bright and early at the ungodly hour of 7 a.m. tomorrow. Oh, boy. Pre-show with Jim is at 6:30 if you want to try that out. And sometimes people even get on earlier than that. But, yeah, it'll be on 48496 tomorrow morning at 7, and I believe Just Nick is the NCO. You have a good night, Greg. Thanks for stopping by. Going to clear with KC3 SEG. Brings us down to K8 QFT. Uncle Fred. How's it going, Fred? And are you sticking around?
Yes, I will be hanging around to hear the trivia. Excuse me. Had a golf all day here. Yeah. The Guardians came back and won. 5 runs in the 8th inning. They buried the Dodgers.
KE8QFT, back to prenet.
All right, Uncle Fred, we got you sticking around, and glad that the guards were able to beat the Dodgers. I swear that's the team that my professor in college liked. Anyways, and hope that your cough goes down. I've been having some allergies lately, so I don't know if it's that or if you got a cold, but feel better. And Lucy will give you a call a little bit later. Going to clear it with K8QFT for now. Brings us down to KF8G, Brian out in Norton. How's it going, Brian? And are you sticking around for the big show?
Yep, I'll be here. Keep it short. KF8G.
Fine business, sir. Thank you. And we'll catch you in a little bit. Let's see. I believe it was N8YMY, John in Waynesburg, that I had heard earlier. I totally forgot to confirm the call sign back when I was doing check-ins, but I think that's who it was. N8YMY, John, are you sticking around for the big show?
W8WKY.
W. Josh, in the net, this is tonight. We're going to get up at 4:30 on it. So we're going to shut up our brief.
Well, we got about 20 or 30% of that. I don't know why it's dropping out so badly on you. But I think I did hear that you have to get up at 4 in the morning, and I think that means that you are in and out. Is that right, QSL?
Q.
All right, fine business, sir. Well, thank you for stopping by. We do appreciate it, and you have yourself a good night. Going to clear with N8YMY. Grant, KD5AFS, was in and out. Thank you for stopping by, Grant. If you're still listening, that brings us to AI5Q. Jairus, how's it going, Jairus? You sticking around for the big show?
Yeah, Josh, I'm going to try and stick around for the big show. I've got some assignments from a church group that I'm able to do tonight. I kind of spaced on it last week and didn't do my homework, and it was evident tonight, so I've got to do last week's and tonight's homework and get it all done. And so I'll be working on that in the background, but I'll participate. And I thought about dragging this out for 3 minutes so you don't get your beer, because I brought mine to my party, and anyway, I'll be nice and give it back to you. I'll be there. AI5Q back to net.
All right, thank you, sir. We do appreciate it. And the beer is not for me. I don't drink. It's for all of you, Nick said. So I don't know how he's going to get you your beer, Jairus, but he's going to owe you a beer. All right, Jairus is sticking around. Brings us down to Andy, AB8MO. How's it going, sir? Are you sticking around?
This is AB8MO. Transmitting on 015 and listening on 39, although I was on EchoLink earlier, did the same thing during the board and breaker net, and it just did it on Allstar here. It was a little weird. There was beginning of the net, didn't get any of your transmission, and then it came back halfway through WB4AIZ's right in the middle of his transmission. It was weird. Just came back. Guess I'll try rebooting the Allstar Node on the repeater. I don't know if that's going to do anything, but it won't hurt anything. So, yeah, I'll stick around. Just Nick's making me laugh about his dad's dog. Back to you there, Josh. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to be suffering Van Dyke withdrawal after tonight. This is AB8MO.
Oh, don't worry. There'll be plenty of Van Dyke around on Saturday with POTA. All right, going to clear with AB8MO. Who's sticking around. K8TQR. Keith was in and out. KI5TAQ. Taco Tim, you sticking around, Tim?
there. This is KI5GAQ. Yes, I am sticking around tonight. For AB8MO, he may think about, Van Dyke. I know of a famous Van Dyke, and I think you should know him too. Name is Dick Van Dyke. But anyways, I'll let you get back to the net. This is KI5TAQ.
All right. Thank goodness for somebody who actually knows who Dick Van Dyke is. Jeez Louise. They're so rare nowadays. Good to hear you, Tim. We got you sticking around. And congratulations to Dick Van Dyke on his 100th birthday this past December. That's pretty cool. Who else we got on the list? KC9QHW. Eugene was in and out. Thanks for stopping by, Eugene. K4OG. Mark, how's it going? And are you sticking around for the big show?
W8HRF. K4OG. Yes, sir, Josh, and guess what? I waited for the beep. Heck yeah. I'll be here, Josh. We're going to... we're leaning towards Charlie tonight. K4OG.
K4OG, W8HRF. All right, Mark, leaning towards Charlie and haven't even heard the answer to the questions yet. Awesome. We got you down. Mark's sticking around. KC5WSI Ray was in and out, and we have KJ5CLV Bobby out in Oklahoma. How's it going, Bobby? And are you sticking around for the big show?
This is KJ5CLV. Yeah, I'm going to try to stick around. I'm reading up on the instruction book on my radio. Had a few little questions on some channels that wasn't working right. But, yeah, I'm going to try to. So I'll get off here so you can keep on going and get ready for the top of the hour. KJ5CLV, back to net control.
KJ5CLV, W8HRF. All right, Bobby, will you enjoy the riveting manual for the radio there, and we will have Lucy give you a call later on here at 10 o'clock. Going to clear with KJ5CLV. AI5WO, Dave in Texas. He's sticking around for the trivia in a couple minutes here, Dave.
I'll be sticking around, AI5WO.
AI5WO, W8HRF. All right, we got you sticking around, Dave. Do appreciate it. KE9CQD, Tim out there in, oh, goodness, Indiana? I think that's IN. You sticking around, Tim?
Yep. Tim over in Valparaiso, Indiana. That's a mouthful. But yep, over in Indiana, yes, I'll be sticking around for the main show, and I will let you get back to it. This is KE9CQD.
KE9CQD, W8HRF, got you sticking around. Okay, I made it. It's 10 o'clock. Let's throw it over to Lucy. Lucy, K8YUK, time to light up the nighttime airwaves. Thank you, everybody, for checking in during my pre-net. And Lucy, go ahead and light it up. This is W8HRF.
Good evening, John. Chuck TV.
Good evening, everyone. KE8YUK here. Welcome to the Beacon Net. My handle is Lucy, call sign Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo, and I'll be your net controller this evening. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater 147.390 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. You can also find us with the Allstar Node 48496 and EchoLink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net, so all traffic must pass through net control, which is myself. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, the Fireside, all of Texas, and various other repeaters, so please key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. You'll hear a beep, but wait just a second or two after the beep. We've got time. I have a little bit of patience. Let's use it wisely. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? If so, please call now. Nothing heard, which is always good. If emergency or priority traffic does arise, please get my attention by saying break, break, or emergency traffic. Otherwise, let's follow the order. We got a good list of stations from our pre-show, but if you missed the pre-show and would like to check into the Beacon Net, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, as well as your name and location.
W8WKY.
Kilo Echo 8 Bravo Hotel Quebec KE8 BHQ Benjamin Mobile.
Alpha 8 Charlie Tango Craig in Shreve.
W2JLS John W2JLS in Fairlawn. Good evening.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo WB3K still in Canal Fulton with no traffic. Good evening and God bless.
All right, I'm going to pick it up there. All right, we have KC8FQV, KA8MNT, who is in and out, KE8BHQ, Ben, who is mobile, AA8CT, Craig, W2JLS, John, and we've got Phil in and out, WV3K. Have a good night, Phil. Good to catch you on the Boredom Breaker Net earlier today. Before we hit our mobile, we're going to do trivia. I have main trivia. Let me find it real quick. I have to juggle all the different locations because I only have one screen. I know, I'm so boring. Main trivia for tonight is, which show from 1955 did not have its roots in radio? A, The Ed Sullivan Show, B, Gunsmoke, C, You Bet Your Life, or D, The Honeymooners? Again, main trivia. Which show from 1955 did not have its roots in radio? A, The Ed Sullivan Show, B, Gunsmoke, C, You Bet Your Life, or D, The Honeymooners? I will post it in the blue screen. For the uninitiated, the blue screen is the almost instant messenger window in NetLogger, if you download that software. Otherwise, you can also see the blue screen from ragchew.app, and you can watch the AIM window that way. Otherwise, that's main trivia. I'll post it, and I'm going to pass it over to W8HRF for your alternate trivia for tonight. KE8YUK, it's W8HRF.
KE8YUK, W8HRF. All right, tonight's alternate trivia question is as follows. When it comes to cooking appliances, the terms stove and range are often used interchangeably to describe the versatile kitchen appliances used for all types of cooking and baking. But what is the original meaning of the word range in the context of kitchen appliances? Your options are Alpha, a portable stove used during travel. Bravo, a series of burners powered by electricity. Charlie, a row of hearths or ovens used for cooking. Or Delta, a place where the Cornwaldo Bean family took their pots and pans when they got fed up with cooking. I'm going to let this drop and reread it again. Again, tonight's alternate trivia question. When it comes to cooking appliances, the terms stove and range are often used interchangeably to describe the versatile kitchen appliances used for all types of cooking and baking. But what is the original meaning of the word range in the context of kitchen appliances? Your options are Alpha, a portable stove used during travel. Bravo, a series of burners powered by electricity. Charlie, a row of hearths or ovens used for cooking. Or D, a place where the Cornwaldo Bean family took their pots and pans when they got fed up with cooking. I'll get this posted in the blue screen. W8HRF, back to KE8YUK.
W8HRF, KE8YUK here as net control of the Beacon Net. We're going to start off with our mobile, Benjamin, otherwise known as Ben, KE8BHQ. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers? I don't know the other thing I was going to say. I set it up like I was going to say three things and I didn't. Anyway, go ahead, take it away.
KE8YUK, KE8BHQ. I'm doing pretty good, Lucy. Just driving home from work. For trivia, I'm going to go with Delta and Delta, and I'm looking forward to seeing everyone this Saturday at the POTA event. That's about all I've got, so I'm going to give it back to you. This is KE8BHQ.
KE8BHQ, we've got you down for double Ds, and we wish you safe travels wherever you're mobile in tonight, and also we will see you at Northeast Ohio POTA event, clearly in Ohio on Saturday. Looking like the weather's going to be good, which is also great. We're going to clear with Ben. We're going to pick up Kelly, KC0LRM. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
KE8YUK, thanks for giving me there. Giving trivia answers before I forget. I'm going to go with C on the first one, and I got to go with D, Cornwaldo Beans, on the second one. Just to start it off, I'm going to give you a little joke my wife sent me a while ago. It's kind of corny, but it's pretty good. It said that the guy that invented sore throat lozenges died the other day, and there was no coffin at his funeral. That's all I got. I'll let you get down the list there. Everybody have a good one.
No coffin at the funeral. Took me a split second, but that's a good one. All right, we've got you down for Charlie and Delta. We're going to clear with Kelly, and we're going to pick up Brad, KA0KDW. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
We're going to go with C and B, Charlie and Bravo, as in Crocker, comma, Betty, to stick with the kitchen theme. So there you go. And an update to my question I had for Josh during the pre-show. Our options for my snack tonight were a chocolate chip muffin, or as the bakery at the grocery store called it, gourmet chip muffin. Then there was lemon poppy seed muffin and a strawberry cheese Danish. He chose the strawberry cheese Danish. I ate one little piece of it cold and then heated it up for 10 seconds in the microwave, and it is a little bit better warm. It definitely brings out the strawberry flavor in it. But yeah, I don't think it's something I'm going to buy again. It's good, but it's not worthy of go out and buy it again type of good. Now, something I do want to buy again, and if you're a fan of Burger King or just trying limited time items, Burger King currently through July 13th, as part of a promotional deal for the new How to Train Your Dragon live-action movie, has a limited How to Train Your Dragon menu. And today I got the Soaring Strawberry Lemonade. Super good. I really liked it. They also have, I think it's like Dragon Whopper, which apparently is not hot, but it's basically a hamburger or a Whopper with red-colored patties. And by the way, it's plant-based dyes, for anybody wondering. But it is dyed red, and then they have like some Dragon Fire fries, which are supposed to be hot. And then a Viking chocolate sundae, which I forgot all about, or I would have bought that today. So next trip to Bolivar, Missouri, I'm going to drop back by Burger King and get that dessert and see how that goes. And so I guess whenever that happens, I'll definitely update everybody on how that is. But if you do get to a Burger King before July 13th, I highly recommend the Soaring Strawberry Lemonade, part of a promotional deal for How to Train Your Dragon live action. I might have to watch that when it comes out. I enjoyed the first few How to Train Your Dragons. All right, that'll do it for me. Back over to you, Lucy. Sorry, your name blanked on me there for a minute. K, is your on?
Brad, thanks for the food update. That's really good to know. We don't go out to eat that much, but we've been so scattered recently. We've been eating out very frequently, and I have been out everywhere. Josh has been going to work and then getting treated by some people there sometimes, so it's slightly different. But yeah, good. And my obligatory comment is the books are better. I actually haven't read them, but my brother has read the whole series. There are books. There's a whole series. It's much more in depth. The characters are pretty similar, but not identical. Yeah, it's a crazy series. So if you have young ones who are interested in reading and they like the movies, maybe tip them onto the books. All right, we're going to clear with Brad. We're going to pick up Eddie, W3ETB. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
Yeah, I love Lucy. I didn't see the bar moving on the EchoLink here. Hopefully it's moving now. Anyway, and hopefully you're hearing me. But I was wondering if Josh had heard about the Lalo and Stitch, or Stitch, I think it's Stitch, new animated movie. Well, not maybe animated. I mean, they have a character this time instead of a cartoon. So, I didn't know if you all had heard about that or not. But, yeah, and then I didn't hear anything about the Train Your Dragon, but that sounds pretty interesting. I did watch the original Train Your Dragon. I watched that. I thought it was pretty neat, but I didn't watch any of the other ones. So maybe I watched the second one. I can't remember. The memory is not what it used to be. Anyway, I think I'll go with A and C. I kind of like A and A, but A on the second one for a portable range. But the multiple harps and stuff, that sounds kind of logical. So, and it's probably the wrong answer anyway. But we'll go with A, C, A for the main, and C for the trivia. And hope everybody is okay and doing well. W3ETB, back to net, and I'll probably saying 73 because I may be getting to bed early tonight. Back to net.
All right, W3ETB, we've got you down for AC, air conditioning, and wish you a good night, good peaceful night. I have forgotten to read or send you the screenshots. I just haven't been at my basement computer because I don't like my seat down here. If I sit here for too long, my tailbone hurts. Josh is double checking which seat I'm in. Anyway, we're going to clear with Eddie. We're going to pick up K5CFY. Mr. Ray, I barely missed your hour on the boredom breaker net. Nope, you didn't have an hour today. Never mind. Still missed your hour on whatever Saturday it was. I haven't checked in with you in a minute. How are you doing, Mr. Ray? What are your trivia answers?
Wait, Yankee Uniform Kilo, K5CFY. Good evening there, Miss Lucy. You didn't check in with me today, but I did hear you in there with Betty and the other names, the 11-year-old. Anyway, I forgot it, but anyway, I heard you in there. But anyway, not much going on here. I'm going to guess with Delta on the first one and Bravo on the second. So, doing a great job there, Miss Lucy. Appreciate it. And want to congratulate you and Josh on the baby coming up next month, I think. So, anyway, I'm sure everything will work out fine, but the thoughts and prayers are with you. So, back to you, K5CFY.
K5CFY, KE8YUK. Thanks so much for the well wishes. He's due on June 21st, and at the latest ultrasound, he was 7 pounds. Help. It's going to be going to be a journey, but he's healthy, and we're very grateful for that. And, yeah, he's looking good. Yeah, and that was Betty, and Beatrice is my sister, and then another brother is Benedict. So we call them collectively the B team, which gets confusing because only one of them is my daughter, and the other two are my siblings. But it's fun, so they enjoyed listening to that. We're going to clear Ray. Greg, KC3SEG, was in and out, so we're going to pick up Uncle Fred, KE8. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers, and how are the guards doing?
The guards came back, scored 5 runs in the 8th inning to bury the Dodgers today, 7-4. Trivia, I'm going to say A, Alpha, on both questions. I'm going to say Alpha. You know, it's too bad they don't have variety shows like Ed Sullivan anymore. He, of course, he was an older person when I watched him. I mean, you know, 50s, maybe 60s. But he would always make sure he had something on for what he'd say, the kiddies, you know. He'd say, like, and later on, for you kiddies, we have hermits. I mean, he had the Beatles on there, Rolling Stones, the Doors, whoever, you know. He was not shy about booking them people that, you know, older people at the time didn't care too much for. In any event, that's all I got to say. KE8QFT, back to net control.
KE8QFT, KE8YUK. The reason I kept doing that was because I meant to identify. This is Lucy with the Beacon Net. We meet every Wednesday and Sunday night, pre-show at 9:30 Eastern Time, big show at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Come join the fun. Glad the guards are doing so well. That's fantastic. Rat, you said something else I wanted to chime in with, but I identified and forgot everything. Oh, well. That's how it goes. We've got you down for Alpha and Alpha. We're going to clear with Uncle Fred. We're going to pick up Brian, KF8G. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
Oh, I don't know. I'll just say B&B. I don't really care, but... I spent the day helping a friend with his Triumph. He's got a 73 Triumph, and we were chasing electrical gremlins in it, and I changed out his really crappy headlights for LEDs, so... Then a friend of mine was working on the alignment of the car and the electrics, and I kind of fiddled with other things. He had a side marker wasn't working. We found out we got to replace the side marker on it, but I don't know, other than just still working on the house. It's just an ongoing project. Once I get my place done, I start on my parents' place, we get that sold. And other than show at Mally's Chocolate Sunday, looking forward to that. So, in net control, KF8G.
KF8G, we've got you down for Bravo and Bravo. Mally's Chocolate. Oh, that sounds so good. I just can't have too much chocolate or my heartburn skyrockets, and it takes very little to touch my heartburn at this point in time, mostly because there's very little space between my heart and the rest of my organs thanks to the baby in there, but that's fine. Enjoy the Malleys. Good luck with the house projects. They really do never end. And stay safe as you're doing them. We're going to clear with Brian. N8YMY was in and out. So was KD5AFS Grant. So we're going to pick up Jairus, AI5Q. How are you doing tonight? And what are your trivia answers?
Oh, good evening, Miss Lucy. And Josh already has my trivia answers as Charlie and Bravo, CB Citizen Band, the radio where you're allowed to have fun. Oh, wait, we're having fun now, aren't we?
Especially on the blue screen. Like, there's two conversations going on, and I'm not getting any of my work for church done. It's just not happening. I'm going to have to save that for tomorrow while I'm at work. Maybe not, but anyway. I got tomorrow night before for a trip to Hot Springs, Arkansas Friday. We're taking off, and all the kids are going to Grandma's house. So she offered, and we took her up on it. And looking forward to that. And then later on in June, we've got a scout camp that Nina and Noel and I are going to, and Berg's going to a different scout camp the same week in June. So we're all going to be gone, having fun doing that. Jane and Marmo are going to be at their grandpa's house out at the farm, and Teddy is going to bounce around between a couple of different people because he's just a lot to handle. And, yeah, he's a lot to handle. Anybody taking him for, 8 days straight is a saint. And we don't know any saints that are currently living in our family circle, so we're splitting them up. But anyway, I'm sure if you get 5 or 6 or 10 kids or 22 like the hockey team that Josh wants, you'll have a few wild ones in there that you'll be wondering, what did we do to ourselves? Anyway, we'll say 73. You're doing a great job. Always a blast, having fun, and I only miss the CV days on occasion. But that doesn't mean I can't go back to them at any time. AI 5Q, sign and clear.
All right, Jared, so we've got you down for Charlie and Bravo. Good luck with farming all the kids out and circulating them as accorded. I remember the days of Mom and Dad shipping us off to different grandparents and relatives so that they could breathe without us breathing on them. And those are good times. I have fun memories of that. And I think all your kids will do well and have a good time as well. Hopefully you guys will get a little bit of a break. And, yeah, I mean, hey, there's only 6 men on the ice at a time in hockey. So technically, if it's a pickup hockey game, why are you looking at me like that? No, it's only 6. Josh wants a football team. I haven't signed up for that. I don't know who started it. I don't think it was me, but it might have been me. Anyway. Ay. Okay. We got you down for Charlie and Bravo, as mentioned. Have a good trip. We're going to clear with Jairus. Chuck WB4AIZ said he was in and out, so we're going to pick up AB8MO. Andy, how are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
Do a nice epic reset there. K8 Yuck. This is AB8MO. My trivia answers, I'll do air conditioning, just like Eddie. That sounds good to me. So we'll see where that lands. I'm planning to be out at the Warren Club doing our POTA activation. So I hear that Brandon ARB wants to go to the Portage Lakes one, which is kind of interesting because I pointed out to him that Manaway is about equal distance between the Warren's activation and Portage Lakes. But I guess he'd rather be with you guys, so that's okay. So we'll be, I guess Sarah's going to activate the same time slot that we are, noon to 4. So hopefully we'll get the pavilion. But if it's reserved, we will be by the boat ramp, so which is only the adjacent parking lot over from where the pavilion would be. Well, we have a tent to pitch if the weather's bad, so we'll be able to stay dry regardless. So let's see here. I'm going to probably just go listen to the rest of the net in bed. So, oh yeah, what a birthday. The baby's due date is dangerously close to the birth date of yours truly. So that would be a wonderful birthday present if he popped out on my birthday. And 7 pounds, you have my condolences. That's like full-term weight there. Hopefully he isn't going to get much bigger. Ay. But you're doing well with that, Lucy. And I'm sure, hopefully we'll still stay connected here, even if you aren't running a net. Back to you there, KE8YUK. This is AB NMO.
All right, ABNMO, KE8YUK. Josh has some thoughts, mainly that the Sarah activation for the Northeast Ohio POTA is actually going to be 10 to 2. I'm not really sure where the noon to 4 came from. I actually thought that as well and had it on my calendar wrong. So I don't know where it came from. I honestly might have started it. But the official time for the Sarah activation will be 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And the other thing is, we're really hoping that people will actually visit other activations so that they can see, multiple, so they can see the setups and try to figure out better plans for ideally a next year event, if there's a better way to set up for your own activation. So don't take it too personally. The other thing is I might drag some of my siblings out so that if Brandon brings his kids out, they will actually have other similar ages to play with. So there's that draw. We've got you down for Alpha and Charlie. We're going to clear with Andy. Thanks for checking in. And thanks to everybody who's checked in so far. This is Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo with the Beacon Net. We meet every Sunday and Wednesday night. The pre-show starts at 9:30 Eastern Time, and the big show starts at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We're nowhere near the end of our list, so let's keep rolling. We're going to talk, we're not going to talk with Keith. He was in and out, KE8TQR. But KI5TAQ, Taco Tim, was not in and out. How are you doing tonight, Tim? What are your trivia answers?
Good evening there, Lucy. This is KI5TAQ. Put me down for double D's on the trivia question. And I'm just going to enjoy the rest of the night here. And yeah, I'm like some of these guys are saying, I'm here on the playground, but then yet I get to harass an Alan, who is right now in the belly of the beast, or what you may think of is the belly of the whale in biblical terms. So I'm going to have some fun with that. So I'll let you get back to the list, and I'll send it back to net control. This is KI5TAQ.
All right, Tim, we've got you down for double D's. And sorry to hear that Alan's in the belly of the whale, but I'm glad you get to comment on it, and I guess laugh when he hits his thumb with the hammer or something. Yeah, good to hear you. And we heard you on the boredom breaker as well, so good to catch you twice. We're going to clear with Taco Tim. KC9QHW is in and out. And we've got K4OG, Middle Mark. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers? Because I think it's Charlie and Bravo, but you can double check me on that.
KE8YUK, K4OG. Hello, Lucy and Josh and Betty if she's up. Kind of doubt it. Yeah, you got it right. CB, that's my answer. I was rolling down to Kentucky, and there wasn't nothing on the airwaves, and I was like, well, wait a minute. I got this 10-meter whip on my car. I'm going to tune down to the CBers, and, oh, my gosh, there was some guy on there calling himself Switchblade, and just all sorts of craziness chatter going on. It was crazy. It was like the Wild West on radio. It didn't last long. I had to turn away from that. Yeah, CB's my answer, and great blue screen and great net. Thank you guys for running it. Eric, I'll get with you on that antenna. I'll send you a pic. There you go, K4OG, back to net.
K4OG, KEAYUK. We've got you down for Charlie and Bravo, and I'm glad you survived your encounter with Switchblade. That sounds like one of those nicknames that middle schoolers give themselves and try to convince other people to call them. I have very low respect for middle schoolers. Having been one, not a good time. We're going to clear with Mark in the middle. KC5WSI, a different Ray in Oklahoma, was in and out, so we're going to clear. And we're going to pick up Bobby, KJ5CLV. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
This is KJ5CLV. My first time checking in on this on a Wednesday night. I'm going to say A and B, Alpha and Bravo.
W8WKY.
We've got you down for Alpha and Bravo. Thanks for checking in on a Wednesday night. We hope you come back. We're going to clear with Bobby. We're going to pick up Dave, AI5W. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
Well, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking, and thanks for hosting the net this evening. For trivia, I'm going to go with Gunsmoke and the hearth next to the chimney. I can't remember what the letters there were, but that's all I've got. Appreciate you having me, and I'll pass it back to you for AI5WO.
AI5WO, KEAYUK. We've got you down for Bravo and Charlie. Thanks for checking in. Good to have your traffic, even if it is brief. Glad you're on our list, and hope you come back. We're going to clear with Dave. We're going to pick up Tim, KE9CQD. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers? And can you think of anything else that I can say when people are starting their turn on the net? KE9, Kilo Echo 9, Charlie, Quebec Delta. Are you out there?
Yes, so sorry. Stepped away for a moment, and of course that's right when I'm up, huh? But yes, I am here. Sorry for the delay. I am just enjoying an evening listening to Alice's Attic on the radio and listening into the net and having a good old time. But let me get on to the trivia. I really am not sure on either. I've got a better idea on the first than the second, but that's not saying much. For Maine, I'm going to go with C. That's a tough one. And for the alt trivia, I'm going to go with B. So that'll be it there, and I will turn it back over to Net Control. This is KE9CQD.
KE9CQD, KE8YUK. Glad to have you, Tim. Glad you heard the second call, and it worked out. I got to practice my phonetics a little bit. That's always good. We've got you down for Charlie and... Wait a minute. I thought you said Bravo, but my logger thinks you said Delta. So can you double-check what your answer for the alternate was?
For the alt, I believe I did say Bravo, if I remember correctly. But we'll go with that. We'll go with Bravo. This is KE9CQD. Back to you, Net Control.
Well, I'm glad that I remembered, too, because my memory is patchy at best. And it helps when your husband is the logger who is, 5 feet away? So good teamwork. Communication makes marriages work, everybody. This is new news that I'm sharing with you. All right, Tim, thanks for checking in. Glad to have you. And hope you come back. We're going to pick up Mark, KC8FTV. How are you doing, Mark?
All right, KC7QV. I'm going to say DB, decibels. D for the main, B for the alternative. And everything else is going good here. Yeah, I got my Yahoo, I think. We'll find out in a few days if my stuff from my investment company comes back through from Edward Jones. It was getting bounced and everything. So we'll call tomorrow morning and talk to their technical people, and we'll see what happens from here. But it said when I logged in, all your electronic deliveries are back in order. But other than that, Dayton was good. I can't believe it's 2 weeks ago. But let's send it back to your way, Lucy, KCFQV.
KC8FQV, KE8YUK. We've got you down for decibels D and B. I can't believe Hamvention was 2 weeks ago either. Time has been crazy. Days have either lasted way too long or have gone too fast, but that's life, I guess. We're going to clear with Mark. We're going to, no, we're not going to pick up Tom. K8, KA8MNT, and, KA8MNT was in and out. We already talked to Ben. Now we're on AA8CT. Craig and Shreve, how are you doing tonight?
Good evening, Lucy, KE8YUK. I'm going to go with, for the trivia, start out, then I got a quick question. Trivia, we're going to go B and B for big boy. And, you know, speaking of babies, our middle child weighed in at just a slight 9 pounds, 1/2 ounce. And she ended up being the smallest of all three of our kids. So there's that. Question for the fellow that's sitting across the room from you. I was going to offer to help set up. What time is he going to arrive at the pavilion? With that, this is AA8CT returning it back to KE8YUK and questioning W8HRF. 73s, thanks for doing the NCOs. You guys both do a wonderful job, and keep it up. And you have fun doing it, and it shows, or we hear it, and we know that. So, AA8CT, back to you.
AA8CT, KE8YUK. I'll pass you over to W8HRF in a second. We've got you down for Big Boy, which is accurate. Also makes me miss that restaurant. All of our local ones closed. And I thought your question was going to be, when can you be the net control? Because the answer is anytime you want to when you talk to Dustin. So keep that in mind. We have not forgotten that you might be interested. It's a lot of fun. And people in general are very kind, even when I mess up, which is frequently. To answer your question, I'm going to pass it over to W8HRF. So KE8YUK to W8HRF.
K8YUK, W8HRF. Craig, I would say probably about an hour early for setup. I think that's about the time when I heard Bill N8LTR is going to stop by to set up his 2-meter talking station. So I think we'll probably aim to be there about an hour early. So that's 9 a.m. So we will see you then. Looking forward to it, sir. Sorry. K8YUK, this is W8HRF. Back to you, Lucy.
All right, Craig, this is K8YUK. I think you got your answer. He'll be there around 9-ish for setup. Happy to have you. Glad you can make it. And, well, I'll re-identify at the end of the list. W2JLS, John, how are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
Well, hello, Miss Lucy, and to you too, Josh. Good evening to all on their ears. My trivia answer tonight, I guess with your question, I liked the Honeymooners. I think that's I'm on the fence. I'm a huge fan of old radio shows, but I'm kind of torn between two choices there. I'm going to go with the Honeymooners. I watched them on the television, but I can't recall ever hearing them on the radio. Yeah, when I was a kid growing up in upstate New York, they used to play WPIX. I was living in upstate, but the city station, we'd get that, and they were rerunning throughout part of my childhood. They were rerunning all of the Honeymooners episodes, and if you haven't seen that with Jackie Gleason and the gang, it's really I don't know how that. I don't know. It did fine by me in my youth. I don't know how well it ages, but it was fun. kind of campy. The other question, I don't know, but I'm going to go with the I guess choice C, the hearth thing. Have absolutely no clue. I don't hear people use the word range so much anymore. I remember as a kid, and they were referring, like when the microwaves were becoming very, very popular in the 70s as a child. I remember they would refer to the radar range and stuff like that. But anyway, I'll look forward to hearing the answer, okay? And good luck with your late term stuff. And I know it sounds like it can be uncomfortable at times. W2JLS passing it back. Thanks for having me.
JLS, KE8YUK. We're happy to have you, John. Glad you stopped in. We've got you down for Delta and Charlie. And thank you for the well wishes. I will take all of them I can get. But so far, so good. We're going to clear with John. Phil was in and out. So we have a blank list, and it is 10:42. We got a little bit of time, a little juice left in the tank. And this is Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo Lucy as net control for the Beacon Net. The Beacon Net meets every Sunday and Wednesday night with a pre-show at 9:30 Eastern Time and a big show at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a lot of fun. We've got trivia, we've got fun people, we've got an AIM window. And if you have questions about that, just ask. Otherwise, if anyone wants to check into the Beacon Net, we are now taking check-ins. Please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically. Give your name and location, and we'll get you on the list. If you're interested, please call now.
Hello, Beacon Net. This is KJ5ATA, Kilo Juliet 5 Alpha Tango Alpha, guy from Georgetown, Texas. Yeah, I'm kind of checking in there.
All right, we've got KJ5ATA Guy. I forget what system makes that bottle cork sound, but that's how I think of it. But that's all I have on my list right now. Does anyone else want to call?
Yes, this is KE8ZDB Kilo Echo 8 Zulu Delta Bravo, Burton, Ohio.
All right, we've got KE8ZDB. I believe your name is Matthew. We've got two people on the list. Guess we'll take them a few at a time. We'll start up at the top with Guy. KJ5ATA, how are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
Yeah, Beacon Net. Lucy, yeah. Oh, golly, just tuned in. Don't know the answers to the questions because I did not hear them, but that's okay. You don't have to. It's okay. You don't have to tell them to me or not. I mean, if you do, that's fine. I would be more than happy to answer them, but that's okay if it's too much trouble. Anyways, yeah, been a kind of a kooky day down here in Texas. It's been raining, and sometimes we get fair weather, and then it gets rainy again, and then fair weather, and it's kind of one of them days. I don't know if it's like that up there in Ohio, but we have this here, and sometimes we get hail, which is not cool. But anyways, that's how it is. And so if it's okay to come back, if anybody else wants to talk about trivia questions, that's okay too, or not. All right, I'll throw it back to network control. You bet. It's KJ5ATA.
KJ5, ATA, KE8YUK. Well, given that I have two people on my list, you picked a good time to need a reread, and lucky you, I actually am also main trivia tonight, so that's handy. The main trivia for tonight is which show from 1955 did not have its roots in radio? A, The Ed Sullivan Show, B, Gunsmoke, C, You Bet Your Life, or D, The Honeymooners. So that's main trivia, and now I will pass it over to W8HRF to reread the alternate trivia for you tonight.
K8YUK, W8HRF. All right, tonight's alternate trivia question is, when it comes to cooking appliances, the terms stove and range are often used interchangeably to describe the versatile kitchen appliances which we use for all types of cooking and baking. But what is the original meaning of the word range in the context of kitchen appliances? Your options are Alpha, a portable stove used during travel; Bravo, a series of burners powered by electricity; Charlie, a row of hearths or ovens used for cooking; or Delta, a place where the Cornwaldo Bean family took their pots and pans when they got fed up with cooking. Again, tonight's question is, what is the original meaning of the word range in the context of kitchen appliances? Your options are Alpha, a portable stove used during travel; B, a series of burners powered by electricity; a row of hearths or used for cooking; or Delta, the place where the Cornwaldo Bean family took their pots and pans when they got fed up with cooking. K8YUK, back to you, Lucy. This is W8HRF.
Thank you, W8HRF. This is KE8YUK, and I'm going to pass it over to KJ5ATA to answer the trivia questions now that you've heard them.
Oh, yeah, network control. Yeah, this is KJ5ATA. And, I have to think about, as far as the broadcast is concerned, as television and radio, I'd have to say that Gunsmoke was meant directly for television. So I think that was B, Bravo, but I can't quite remember. And then the second one was Arrange. I'm going to say that's B, a series of electric burners on a thing, a level plane. And I think it was called Arrange because it was on a level plane, and it would slope up to some clocks or some sort of controls, and that was sort of like a resemblance of a mountain range. And so that's how that kind of worked. And now my wife is looking at me like I'm crazy talking here. But anyways, I'll throw it back to the network control and see what kind of answers have come back with. Okay, Lucy, KJ5ATA.
Well, Guy, as a wife who was looking strangely at her husband when he started this hobby, now I'm a main net control. So would your wife like to say hi as third-party traffic and maybe give her 2 cents for trivia?
Network control negatorial. She just gave me a little peck on the lips and said good night, and she's gone. So that's the end of that one. Anyways, so I'm going to stand by and just wait for the answers and see what happens. So this is KJ5ATA.
Roger that, Guy. She got out while the getting's good, and maybe someday she'll come around. And I like taking third-party traffic. Just general announcement: if it's doable and I'm not falling asleep at my desk, I like having third-party traffic, and that's how you get wives interested. You give them a chance to participate and meet people and get trivia right. That's always tempting. And yeah, have a good rest of your night, Guy. We're going to clear, and we're going to pick up Matthew, KE8ZDB. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
W8WKY.
Good evening. This is Matt, KE8ZDB. As far as the first question, I'm 40 years old, so none of those radio shows were on when I was a kid. I'm going to go with Gunsmoke, Shot in the Dark, and for the range question, I'm going to go with the series of electric burners.
Roger that. We've got you down for Bravo and Bravo. Glad you checked in and said hi. It's good to have you on our list. Hopefully you'll come back. We're going to call with you, and since we had such a check-in, we're going to circle back up to our net controllers. I'm at the top because I'm amazing. But next up is W8HRF, otherwise known as Mr. Lucy, otherwise known as my husband. And we'll see how he's doing tonight and what his main trivia answer is. K8YUK to W8HRF.
K8YUK, W8HRF. All right. For my trivia, for Lucy's question, I love this question. I used to listen to, during high school, when I was supposed to be doing school, I was really listening to old radio shows. I probably listened to 700 episodes of The Jack Benny Show. So now you know a little bit about why I am the way I am. What else? So, okay, I think the answer is Charlie. I'm not 100%, but I'm going to go with Charlie. You bet your life. I think that had Groucho Marx. I think that's the show I'm thinking of. What else is going on? POTA this weekend. We have, 2 days? What is today? Wednesday? 2 or 3 days left. Nice. Fantastic. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great time. Come on out if you're around. It's not really a good excuse to not make it out, I guess, unless you're busy. The weather's going to be good, and there are plenty of park activations by different clubs all across Northeast Ohio, so choose the one closest to you. And if you're outside of the state, keep an eye on the POTA spot page for all the Northeast Ohio parks that are going to be activated. That's going to be awesome. Let me take a break. Somebody's keying up. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate it. I saw the 015 going to RX only. Okay. But yeah, there will be parks all over the place. See w8wky.org/November Echo Oscar -POTA for more information. Look for the full list of all the folks who will be activating parks. There's locations, exact locations for where everybody's going to be. Sarah's going to be out at Walker Pavilion at Portage Lakes from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's going to be awesome. Get there a little early for setting up. What else? I think that's about it. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a fun weekend, guys. All right, I'll set it back to you, Lucy. K8YUK, W8HRF. I'll be back with all trivia, everyone.
W8HRF, K8YUK. I've got you down for, I don't know. But you're the logger, so you know what you did, so it works out. Yeah, don't forget about POTA. If you can't make it to an event, definitely hunt for them. We can guarantee that there will be parks active. And we're going to clear with Josh. We're going to pick up Dustin, who I believe is still around. Yeah, KD8EPC, are you out there? And do you have Just Nick's oil fire? What happened there? Read the blue screen.
All right.
right there, KE8YUK and the Beacon Net. Good evening, Miss Lucy. Well, let me start out with the trivias. I'm going to go with double D's for my answers, Delta and Delta. And as far as oil fire goes, Tim only brought what I bought, so next time we'll have to get somebody to bring us a whole case back. So there's the story with that. But yeah, next time I'll definitely need more because he brought me a couple of bottles, and I'm already down to one because I shared one with friends. So I'm going to hold on to it and guard it with my life until I run out and have to figure out how to get some more sent to me from Oklahoma. Otherwise, not a whole lot going on. Really appreciate you and Josh doing the net tonight. We're going to miss you guys while you're gone, but it'll be like the old days with me and just Nick. During the net here, I've been picking around the desk and moving things around, and I'm sitting in the middle of what looks like a tornado that came through because I'm reorganizing the shack. So it might be a little bit of a late night here. But that's all I've got for you, Miss Lucy. Thanks for having us. We'll miss you guys, and we'll catch you there down the log. With that, this is KD8EPC back to net control. And one more thing before I go. I'll miss you guys Saturday. I've got to work there. But 73, KD8EPC back to net control.
KD8EPC, KE8YUK. Got you down for double D's. Good luck with cleaning up the shack. Been there. It wasn't a shack. It was my whole house. And it still looks like a tornado hit it. Possibly 2 tornadoes. But I feel it. Good luck with that, and now you're making me sad. I forgot. This is the last week we're going to be on until the end of June, theoretically. Hopefully we'll be back in July if the baby boy is healthy, cooperative, and nice to us. But we'll see how that goes. That being said, if anybody wants to help with trivia or help with the net, again, talk to Dustin. We're always looking for NCOs for Sarah nets that we can trust and that we like, which is, well, I'd say mostly everybody, but that's because I'm saying it. It's not just Nick saying it. So anyway, we're going to clear with Dustin. We're going to pick up KD8SLG, who is not in and out. He is still here. And how are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
KD8YUK is KD8SLG. Good evening, Lucy, and all the Beacon netizens. Fine business tonight. I can't believe Josh got everybody in there. I will be bringing a case of beer to the POTA event on Saturday. So if I owe you one, that's where you can collect. That's from, 1 to 4? I heard that this morning. That's how I got called a net Nazi this morning. I heard some misinformation being spread around at 6 a.m., and I tried to break in there for about 8 minutes, but everybody's quick keying. And they got the business from Gestapo here. Trivia. I'm going with Charlie and Bravo tonight. Charlie and Bravo. I called Charlie on early on, and yeah, I like the Bravo answer there as well. So I have satellite radio, and I listen to at least one of the shows fairly regularly on the old radio shows. So that one I knew. POTA's going on Saturday, 10 to 2. That should be a great time. I'm going to be there, and I have no responsibilities whatsoever. Those are the events that I like. 31 sleeps to field day. Looking forward to that one. Tell you that. Blue screen has been lit up tonight. If you're not on that logger, grab it and come join the other party. I think we have 27 people in there and only 30-some check-ins, so most of the people are in there. Good times. I'll be on the barometer net in the morning. I hope.
KD8VYT.
Ramble long enough to almost time it out, but I'm giving it a shot tonight. Gonna miss you guys for the next month. Dustin and I are gonna kick it old school. Maybe we'll have some trivia, maybe we won't. We'll see. Great net tonight. Couldn't leave. KD8SLG back to net control.
Okay, Russ, we've got you. We'll put you at the back of the bus. We're going through net control at the moment. Just Nick, you guys are making me sentimental. I feel like I'm like leaving. It's terrible. The habit will definitely still be to check in and be around or listen in or at least reach for a radio. But yeah, thanks for the well wishes. We'll see you at Post. And we've got you down for Charlie and Bravo. We're going to clear with just Nick, and we're going to clear with just Nick, and we're going to pick up with Nick at night. KE8QKO, how are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
KE8QKO, hello Lucy, hello Josh, hello Nick, hello Duncan, hello everybody else on the net. Hello Eric, he's next. Anyway, my trivia is going to be Bravo and Bravo. And I'm looking forward to POTA this weekend. Finally going to make it out to one, so that'll be a lot of fun. See how it's set up. I haven't really done POTA before. I've talked to people on POTA. I haven't actually gone out and done it. So this will be fun to actually take my gear out and finally use it for what I bought it for. Anyway, that's all I've got right now. It's a pretty quiet night. I'm getting tired, so I'm probably going to head off to bed and read the answers later. But, thanks for doing the net, and nice to hear everybody. And with that, I'll be clear. KE8QKO.
Good to hear you, Nick, at night. But I didn't hear any trivia answers. Did I miss them, or did you forget? Whose fault is this?
I don't know. Sometimes I think things and I don't say them. That might have been what happened. My answers are going to be Bravo and Bravo.
Well, when telepathy fails, vocal communication succeeds in most cases. We got you down for Bravo and Bravo. Have a good rest of your night. We're going to clear with just Nick. Nope, Nick and Night. And we're going to pick up Eric, KE8VZA. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers?
KE8YUK in the group, KE8VZA here. Trivia, I'm going to go with Charlie and Bravo. Charlie Bravo. And I think I know that guy. Anyway, things are going all right here. Winding down the Wednesday. Eyelids are barely staying open at this point, but it's been a great net, and I just had enough of Wednesday. Anyway, good to hear you, Lucy and Josh. Great trivia questions, and I'll hand it back to you, Lucy. KE8VZA.
KE8VZA, KE8YUK. I had one of those heart attacks where you can't find the foot pedal. Good to hear from you, Eric. We've got you down for Charlie and Bravo, and hopefully you'll get to sleep soon. We're going to clear with Eric. That's the last on our net control list. We did pick up Russ, KD8VYT. We're going to do one more call before we read off the trivia answers, so if you would like to join the Beacon Net, you can call me. I am the NCO, KE8YUK, Lucy. If you would like to be on our list, please call and give your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, and your name and location. Please call now.
This is Kilo Juliet 5, Bravo Whiskey Bravo, Willie, in and out in Temple.
All right, I don't know what the random key-ups are. We got Willie, KJ5, BWB after Russ, but he is in and out. So, Russ, go ahead and kick us off with our last call, or our last check-in before we read off the trivia answers. Do you need the trivia the trivia questions reread? Otherwise, what's your traffic?
Yeah, this is Russ. My answers, according to my wife, are B and C. And I hope to see everyone out at the POTA activation. I plan on being there. I don't know if I'm going to make it by 9 o'clock, but I'll be there by 10 o'clock. I'm bringing a radio, an antenna, and some power supply in case you need another radio. And everyone have a good night. This is KD8 VYT 73.
KD8 VYT. Good to have you, Russ. We've got you down for Bravo and Bravo. Josh is commenting in the blue screen and throwing me off, but we've got you down for Bravo and Bravo, and we'll see you at the POTA event. I don't know what time Betty and I will be there, but we will be there before her nap, more likely than not. So before it ends, we will catch you then. We'll clear with Russ. And, wow, I guess it's just me now because I have to read the main trivia answer. So the trivia question was, which show from 1955 did not have its roots in radio? A, The Ed Sullivan Show, B, Gunsmoke, C, You Bet Your Life, or D, The Honeymooners? The answer was Delta, The Honeymooners. I even got Josh. That's such a success. The Ed Sullivan Show, Gunsmoke, and You Bet Your Life all had some form of a beginning on radio waves. The Honeymooners, according to all my research anyway, did not. Wikipedia says the original comedy sketches first aired on the Dumont Network's variety series Cavalcade of Stars, which Gleason hosted, and subsequently on the CBS Network's The Jackie Gleason Show, which was broadcast live in front of a theater audience. The popularity of the sketches led Gleason to rework The Honeymooners as a filmed half-hour series, which debuted on CBS on October 1st, 1955, replacing the variety series. So, unless I read that really wrong, and I did this research a while ago, but I was still pregnant, so I can blame that, The Honeymooners did not have its roots in radio. Everything else did. Wow, I'm so pleased. I think I threw a lot of people off. And if you haven't watched The Honeymooners, definitely do. Great show. Definitely holds up over time, and I enjoy it a lot. All right, that's main trivia. I'm going to pass it over to W8HRF for the alternate trivia answer. Go ahead, Josh.
I'm glad there was a random key up. I was still counting the number of answers. Oh, boy. Okay. Alternate trivia. Tonight's alternate trivia was, in the context of kitchen appliances, what is the original meaning of the word range? Your options were Alpha, a portable stove used for travel, or used during travel. Bravo, a series of burners powered by electricity. Charlie, a row of hearths or ovens used for cooking. Or Delta, a place where the Cornwaldobine family took their pots and pans when they got fed up with cooking. The answer was Charlie, a row of hearths or ovens used for cooking. The number of answers for Alpha was 1. That was the portable stove. For the burners by electricity, 15. And the row of hearths, it was 4. And then for Cornwaldobine, it was 4. The word range and stove and oven get thrown around interchangeably a lot, but there are differences that are important to understand. When it comes to kitchen appliances, an oven is a enclosed cavity for baking. A stovetop or countertop oven is an open flat surface which you cook on. A range or a stove, the two terms are used interchangeably, is a standalone appliance with both an oven and a flat surface for cooking on. The term range became a word for the cooking the term range became the word for cooking appliances, and how that happened is kind of unknown, though it likely dates back to the 15th century. Range, when used as a noun, originally meant a row or a line of things, it's been speculated that the word started being used to refer to a row of hearths or ovens set in a row under one chimney in large kitchens of wealthy homes. So that was an interesting one to throw together about 45 minutes before the net, but my sources are Whirlpool tags, so we can take it up with them if it turns out to be incorrect. But I think that's pretty close. So, anyways, we will say 7-3s. We'll see you all this weekend. And hold on. Lucy's pulling up the live stream behind me because she likes to hear herself. But we'll see you all later. And yeah, we'll be around, even though we won't be doing trivia for the next month. But we'll talk to you guys soon. K8YUK, this is W8HRF. 7-3 all.
Kilo Echo 8 Yankee Uniform Kilo, the net controller for the Beacon Net. Thank you for your alternate trivia, Josh. We have read off the answers for our trivia, and we're going to do a final call to see if anyone wants to get last minute onto the list for tonight's Beacon Net. Otherwise, let's close it down. So, if you want to get in on this final call, please give your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, with your name and location.
Whiskey 4, Delta, Alpha, Delta, WW4 DAD, Dale, Temple.
All right, we've got one. Dale from Temple, Texas, WW4DAD. That is a great call sign. How are you doing tonight, Dale? And what brought you to the Beacon Net?
Thank you very kindly. I suppose the extra $35 to the FCC gave me the vanity. 2 whiskey for Dad, easy for everybody to remember. And brought me here. I left my radio on ever since we had some storm activity here this evening in Temple and central Bell County. Otherwise, I've been just listening, but also preoccupied with other endeavors, and I figured, hey, why not? I heard last call, so here I am, and thanks for running the net. I'll give it back to you.
Well, Dale, it's good to have you. Glad you checked in. If you're unfamiliar with the Beacon Net, we meet every Sunday and Wednesday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time is the pre-show, and then 10 p.m. Eastern Time is the big show. And we have 2 trivias. We've got a main trivia, which is typically radio-related, and then an alternate trivia, which is anything. And we've got great people, lots of great comments, and we have a very active blue screen or almost instant message window. If you go to NetLogger and you open up the AIM, right? Yeah, AIM window, the AIM window, you'll see the other half of the party, which, as discussed, has been hopping tonight. And you can also see it through the ragtube.app app. I believe that's mobile and maybe desktop. I know it's mobile. Oh, it is a website. Okay, yeah, so it's both. So if you don't have the NetLogger software, you can still see what we're talking about. But yeah, we hope you come back. It's a lot of fun. And I think that's it, because that is final call. So, on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, the entire Beacon Net crew, thank you one and all for checking in with us this evening. You're welcome to come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Sunday or Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater. You can also find us on Allstar Node 48496 and EchoLink W8WKY-R. In the same locations, you can find the Barometer Net every morning at 9 a.m. except for Sunday. Finally, don't forget to check out our friends on the Board and Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time, which is 1 o'clock Eastern Time, on Allstar Node 49562 and EchoLink N5XQK-R, or here on the W8WKY on Wednesdays and select Saturdays. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is Lucy, Kilo Echo 8 Yankee, Uniform Kilo, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time. God bless in 73s.
Hey, Lucy, KSFK. What was the letters for the two answers, KSFQ?
KC8FQV, K8YUK. The main trivia was Delta, and the alternate was Charlie.
Yeah, I thank you. No, direct current. All right, I thank you, Lucy. And wow, Betty's getting to be a really vocal kid now. Yeah, she makes sure she gets herself into the nets at KSFQV. Hope you have all a good week.
Oh yeah, she knows how to talk on the radio like mom and dad now, and it's entertaining. She's just she doesn't understand microphone dynamics yet, so thankfully I haven't had to crane all the way back to give her the mic yet. She's just loud enough that it picks her up. But we're gonna wish you a good night, Mark, and we'll catch you on the list. This is K8YUK. I'm gonna be clear.
All right, KSFQV will be this. I'm going to leave it in the background for a little bit, KSFQV.
Yeah, Whiskey 5 Temple, this is KJ5ATA. Are you still there? Just curious if you want to come back. Well, no response. This is KJ5ATA. That's all we got for tonight. My trivia answers were not correct once again. That's not new. Anyways, KJ5ATA 73. You bet. Night-night.
It's all in good fun there, guy. KG5ATA, KD80PC. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Just kind of relaxing a little bit here, listening in, and heard a fellow Texas, ham out there, and wondered how if he got any hail come down his way or not. We were scheduled to have some hail here, and so, but it didn't happen, and I'm kind of glad for that. So it's all good. Make sure I put my vehicle inside of the garage so nothing happened. But we have that sometimes down this way, so it can be kind of precarious. And so, anyways, yeah, just listening in and all the rest. So, yeah, Dustin, it's good to hear from you, man. You bet.
All Oh, it's always a pleasure, my friend, and I'm glad you didn't get that hail. We don't get it that often here in Northeast Ohio, but every now and again, and when it comes hard. So I'm glad you didn't get any hail or hail damage there. But yeah, I heard you hollering, and I heard you saying 73, so I just wanted to come and wave a hand since I wasn't the NCO tonight. But I'm over here in the middle of my shack. It's all torn to heck and looks like a tornado came through. So I'm going to say 73 with you and get some of this done because my eyelids are getting pretty heavy. And if I don't finish, it'll sit like this until I get another day to mess around. So, guys, 73, have a great night, and we'll catch you there down the log. This is KD8EPC, and I'll be clear on your final there, 73.